Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'm working with you step by step through the ABRSM Theory Grades. There are lots of resources available to help you if you go to my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets that are available to download in US letter or A4, and they accompany each step of this series, and all the information that you need to know for the entire syllabus of Grade 1 can be found within this document. There's also a page with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, so you can access topics for revision there. And also you can find information about the books that I have available. I've written a book, How to Take Your ABRSM Music Theory Exam, and it's full of tips and techniques to help you best prepare for your exam in the lead up and your revision time, and also how to best make use of the time once you're actually in the exam room sitting the paper. So if you visit sharonbill.com, it's all there for you. If you can give me a like, that would be fab, that'd be encouraging to me, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep updated. There's loads more in store. And so now we're going to continue with the first paper of this 2016 past papers booklet. We're on paper A, and if you turn with me to page 3, we're now going to have a look at question 5. So make sure you've got a nice sharp pencil ready. I've got a mechanical pencil here, so I just don't have to keep sharpening it, but just make sure your pencil's nice and sharp, otherwise you may lose marks if your answers aren't neat or accurately drawn. You'll need a ruler and a rubber. Oh, wrong way around, there we go. A ruler and a eraser. So please do make sure you've got those to hand, and we'll crack on with this paper. Make sure you've had a go of this first yourself. Don't just copy my answers, but do try it yourself first. It's best to learn by your mistakes. And so now I'll work through these questions with you. So question 5 asks us to reorder these time values. Write the notes in the correct order from the shortest to the longest. This started us with the shortest, which is worth a quarter of a beat, so that one has been already allocated. The next note is half a beat, which is this one. So we just need one little tail now rather than two. After that we've got a 1 beat note, which has no tail at all, just a stem. Now the 2 beat note is the minim or half note. However, we've got to decide which of these two. Now remember, a dot after a note makes it half as long again. So that one's worth 2, that one's now worth 3. That's a bit longer. So this one comes first. So there's our 2 beat note. Cross that out. Then we've got a 3 beat note because the dot makes it half as long again. And then that leaves us finally with the 4 beat note. So just work through that slowly and logically, and you'll soon get that sorted. Let's turn over the page and move on to question 6. Here we go. So question 6 asks us to write a rest that has the same time value as the note that's given in the first answer. So they give us a clue in this first question. So the 1 beat note here, a crotchet or a quarter note, is shown as a rest. So when 1 beat rest, like this, I kind of draw like a Z with a bit of a C shape at the bottom. Okay, so we know that this is a quarter of a beat note, and so a quarter of a beat rest has 2 little stems, 2 little tails, just like the note does. And they've given us a clue here because we know that's a half beat rest with just like 1 tail, and so we know that we've got to add a next tail to make it a quarter of a beat. Here we have a 2 beat note. We need the 2 beat rest. Now this is very easily confused with the 4 beat rest. The 2 beat rest sits on the middle line. There we go. We've already been given this one really. This is the rest with a dot, and so without the dot this is your half beat rest. So really they've given us that one very generously, if you can just but work it out and see it. Now the 4 beat rest hangs off the 4th line. As I say, it's very confusing with this one, so I always remember that the 4 beats hangs off the fourth line, and that should help you to remember it. And so there we should get full marks for that answer. Let's move on to question 7. So question 7 asks us to add the correct clef to each of these tonic triads, and then we've got to write the letter names. Part B says underneath the triad write the letter name of each note, including the sharp sign where necessary. So we've just got to pay attention to these key signatures. Now D major, the triad has to begin on D, which is the first note of the scale, and so in order to make this a D, it must be bass clef with the 2 little dots there, because good boys deserve is the bass clef. If you incorrectly draw a treble clef there, that would be wrong, because that would be every good boy, that would be a B. So now let's look at this one. If this one's every good boys deserve, so this one must be treble clef, because every good G, because G major must begin on the G, so this must be treble clef. So that's the first part done. And so now the letter names. Now you can approach this in 2 different ways. You can just either read the notes and the clef, so we know it goes good boys deserve football always, so we know that it's D, F, A, and then we've got a key signature of F sharps and C sharps, so it must be F sharp. However, you can also think that the triad, the tonic triad, must begin on the first, the third, and the 5th note of the scale. So the first must be D, the third must be F, D, E, F, G, A, and then we add the key signature just to finish that. And so we know that the first note of the G major tonic triad must be G, the third G, A, B, C, D, or we can just read the clef, every good boy deserve. There we go. And so that's all of that question complete, and that should score you full marks there. And so I hope that's been helpful to you. We'll look at the last question in the next video. I do hope that you've enjoyed that and that's been beneficial to you. If you can give me a like, that would be great. And please subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's loads more to come. Please do also visit sharonbill.com. There's lots there to help you, so make full use of that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.